Hello, and welcome to Easy English Podcast. I'm Noor, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be your personal guide on what promises to be an incredibly exciting and deeply comprehensive journey through the world of English learning. Whether you're just taking your very first steps in English, or you're already quite skilled and simply looking to polish your abilities, this video is thoughtfully designed to empower you. My goal is to help you practice effectively, significantly improve your comprehension and speaking, and ultimately achieve fluency with unwavering confidence, one manageable step at a time. So, settle in and join me as we delve into practical, hands-on exercises, immerse ourselves in engaging, relatable stories, and dissect valuable, real-world examples. These tools will be your compass, guiding you to expand your English skills with remarkable consistency and effortless ease. Let's start building your linguistic confidence from the ground up together. Level 1. Laying the foundation with simple introductions. Let's kick things off with the absolute basics. In Level 1, our focus is on mastering simple introductions and those essential everyday phrases that form the bedrock of conversation. Imagine this. You're meeting someone for the very first time. What would you say? Perhaps something like, "Hello, my name is Anna. I am from Brazil. I am a student. Nice to meet you." These fundamental sentences are crucial for grasping core grammatical concepts like subject-verb agreement, understanding the basic sentence structure, and internalizing the correct word order in English. Now, let's weave these simple concepts into a short, easy-to-follow story. Picture Anna waking up bright and early in the morning. She begins her day by brushing her teeth. Next, she enjoys a nourishing breakfast. After her morning routine, she heads off to school. Once at school, she spots her friend, Mark. With a warm smile, she greets him. "Hello, Mark. How are you?" Mark, equally friendly, responds, "I am good, thank you. And you?" Anna, feeling cheerful, replies, "I'm fine." Let's go to class. This brief narrative isn't just about learning words. It's about understanding how to comfortably describe your daily routine and confidently initiate interactions with others. To solidify your learning, please repeat after me, echoing each phrase clearly. Anna wakes up in the morning. She brushes her teeth. She eats breakfast. She goes to school. She sees her friend Mark. They talk and go to class. These concise sentences, seemingly small, are truly the cornerstone of your entire English learning adventure. Consistent daily practice of these phrases will undoubtedly help you grow more at ease with both speaking and understanding English in real-world scenarios. Level 2. Describing your world. Let's take a confident step forward into Level 2. Here, we'll dive into the art of describing the objects and surroundings that make up your everyday world. You'll gain the vocabulary and sentence patterns to talk about your room, the clothes you're wearing, or even the current weather. Allow me to illustrate this with a short, descriptive story. Tom is comfortably in his room. He takes a moment to look around him, observing the details. His bed is large and exceptionally soft, inviting a good night's sleep. The sturdy table sits conveniently near the window, offering natural light. On the table, there's a practical lamp. Tom himself is dressed in a vibrant red shirt and comfortable blue jeans. Looking outside, he sees the sun shining brightly, painting the sky a clear, beautiful blue. Birds are singing joyfully in the trees. Tom takes a deep breath and simply says, "It is a beautiful day." You can use this story as a template to practice describing your own environment. Please repeat these descriptive sentences with me. The bed is big. The table is near the window. The lamp is on the table. The sky is blue. It is a beautiful day. Feel empowered to create your very own short stories. Take inspiration from your immediate surroundings. Perhaps describe your cozy living room or detail your busy school classroom. This personal connection will make the learning process even more effective. Level 3. Mastering action verbs and time expressions. Now we transition into Level 3, where we unlock the power of action verbs and precisely use time expressions. These elements are fundamental for communicating daily activities. Let's practice with a simple yet detailed story outlining a daily routine. Sarah's day begins promptly at 6:00 a.m. She wakes up feeling refreshed. Her morning routine includes taking a quick shower, getting dressed in her work attire, and enjoying a wholesome breakfast. By 7:00 a.m., she's ready to leave for work. She smoothly arrives at her office at 8:00 a.m. Her workday involves diligently working on her computer, actively attending various meetings, and engaging in conversations with clients. At 12:00 p.m., she takes a well-deserved lunch break, often sharing it with her friend Lily. After lunch, she continues her work until 5:00 p.m. Then she heads home, where she cooks a delicious dinner, relaxes by watching TV, and finally goes to bed around 10:00 p.m. This comprehensive routine provides excellent practice for essential verbs such as wake up, take, get, leave, arrive, work, attend, eat, cook, and watch. These are indeed some of the most common action verbs you'll use in daily English conversations. To reinforce your learning, please repeat after me, focusing on clarity. Sarah wakes up at 6:00 a.m. She takes a shower. She eats breakfast. She goes to work. She attends. She talks to clients. She eats lunch. She goes home. She watches TV. She goes to bed. Now, take a moment to narrate your own daily routine in English. use the verbs and time expressions we've just covered. Begin by stating what time you wake up, and then describe each subsequent part of your day using these simple sentences. This consistent practice is incredibly effective for naturally building your fluency. Please don't worry about making mistakes. They are a vital part of the learning process. Speaking English every day, even for just a few minutes, will significantly accelerate your learning progress. Level 4. Confident conversations in public spaces. At Level 4, we expand our horizons and start confidently navigating conversations in various public settings, such as shops, restaurants, and other everyday venues. Let's vividly imagine a scene unfolding in a cozy coffee shop. Lisa walks into a bustling coffee shop, her eyes immediately scanning the menu board. With a polite smile, she approaches the counter and says, "Hello, I would like a large cappuccino, please." The friendly cashier replies, "Sure. Would you like anything to eat with that?" Lisa considers for a moment and says, "Yes, I'll have a blueberry muffin." The cashier then asks, "For here or to go?" Lisa confirms, "To go, please." The cashier calculates the total and says, "That will be $5. Lisa promptly pays and offers a polite thank you. The cashier, returning her smile, wishes her, "Have a great day." To truly internalize this, let's repeat the conversation together, focusing on natural rhythm and intonation. "I would like a large cappuccino." "I'll have a blueberry muffin." "To go, please." "That will be $5. Thank you. Have a great day." Actively role-playing these types of dialogues is an excellent way to build confidence for real-life situations. Furthermore, challenge yourself to imagine other scenarios. Perhaps at a grocery store, where you might ask, "Can I get a bag of rice and some tomatoes?" Or in a clothing store, inquiring, "Do you have this in a smaller size?" Practicing these common lines will make you sound much more natural and fluent when communicating with others in English. Let's further deepen our practice with a story specifically centered around shopping. Emma makes it a point to visit the market every Saturday morning. She always brings her carefully prepared shopping list with her. Her first stop is typically the vegetable section, where she selects carrots, potatoes, and onions. Next, she moves to the fruit section, picking out fresh apples, bananas, and oranges. Additionally, she knows she needs to purchase milk, eggs, and bread. At the checkout counter, she conveniently pays using her card. The cashier hands her a receipt and cheerfully says, "Have a nice day." Emma then places her shopping bags securely in her car and drives home. Let's repeat key phrases from this story. Emma goes to the market. She buys vegetables. She buys fruits. She pays with her card. She gets a receipt. She drives home. This narrative not only expands your practical vocabulary, but also significantly boosts your confidence to fluently discuss everyday experiences. For even more effective practice, try replacing Emma with yourself and recount your own typical shopping experience in English. Level 5. Expressing your feelings and opinions. Now we transition to Level 5, a crucial stage where we delve into the nuances of expressing feelings and opinions. This ability is paramount for engaging in truly meaningful and authentic conversations. Let me share a brief story to guide your learning. David is having a candid conversation with his friend Rachel. He confides, "I'm feeling tired today." Rachel, concerned, asks, "Why?" David explains, "I didn't sleep well last night." Rachel responds empathetically, "I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you should take a nap." David agrees, "Yes, that's a good idea. I also feel a little stressed because of work." Rachel offers comforting words. "Don't worry, things will get better." This dialogue is rich with words and phrases that help you convey emotions and thoughts, such as tired, stressed, good idea, sorry, and better. Let's repeat these essential phrases together. I'm feeling tired. I didn't sleep well. That's a good idea. I feel stressed. Don't worry. Things will get better. Now challenge yourself to create your own sentences. Talk about how you feel right now. You could say, "I'm happy," or "I'm nervous about my exam," or "I feel excited because it is my birthday." Sharing your feelings in English is a powerful way to connect with others on an emotional level, which is a significant component of genuine communication. Level 6. Engaging in advanced conversations and suggestions. As we steadily advance on our English learning journey, we now step into the realm of more sophisticated conversations and complex sentence structures in Level 6. This level is dedicated to mastering the art of giving opinions, learning to agree or disagree politely, confidently making suggestions, and naturally employing more intricate sentences. Let's begin by observing a simple yet insightful conversation between two friends discussing a movie they recently watched. Olivia begins, "I watched the new science fiction movie last night. I think it was amazing." Her friend, Liam, responds thoughtfully, "Really? I thought it was just okay. The special effects were good, but honestly, the story was a bit slow." Olivia acknowledges his point. "I can understand that. Personally, I liked the story precisely because it was different." Liam nods in agreement. "That's true. I guess I expected more action, so my view might be different." Olivia then adds, "Maybe we can watch something else this weekend. How about a comedy?" Liam smiles, clearly delighted. "Great idea. I'd absolutely love that." This dialogue beautifully demonstrates how to articulate your opinions, actively listen to another person's perspective, and respond respectfully, even when there's a difference of opinion. Let's repeat some crucial sentences from this conversation. I think it was amazing. I thought it was okay. The story was a bit slow. I can understand that. How about a comedy? Great idea. To enhance your fluency, try constructing your own version of this dialogue. Discuss a book you've recently read, a meal you enjoyed or didn't, or a place you visited, and practice expressing your opinion about it. Now, let's explore a short story that incorporates useful suggestion phrases. Mia and Ethan are making plans for their upcoming weekend. Mia states, "I don't want to stay home all day." Ethan, thinking creatively, suggests, "Let's go hiking. The weather will be nice." Mia replies, "That sounds fun, but unfortunately, I don't have hiking shoes." Ethan, undeterred, offers an alternative. "We can go to the lake instead. We can walk around and have a picnic." Mia's face brightens. "Perfect. I'll make sandwiches." Ethan enthusiastically adds, "And I'll bring snacks." Repeat these practical expressions after me. Let's go hiking. That sounds fun. We can go to the lake. We can have a picnic. I'll make sandwiches. I'll bring snacks. These expressions are incredibly valuable for planning activities or initiating suggestions with friends, classmates, or even colleagues. Practice saying them aloud, and then try changing the situation. For example, instead of the lake, say the park, or instead of hiking, suggest watching a movie. The more you adapt and use these phrases, the more ingrained they will become. Level 7. Describing experiences and future aspirations. Now, let's immerse ourselves in Level 7, the most advanced stage covered in this video. At this crucial juncture, you'll master the ability to eloquently describe past experiences, recount detailed past events, and clearly articulate your future intentions and plans. Imagine you're sharing a memorable travel story. You might say, "Last summer, I had the incredible opportunity to travel to Paris. It was my very first time visiting France. While I was there, I saw the iconic Eiffel Tower, explored fascinating museums, and indulged in truly delicious food. The weather throughout my trip was wonderfully warm and sunny, allowing me to walk around the city every single day. One of my absolute favorite moments was watching the sunset by the river. A truly peaceful experience. I'm already eager to go again next year." Let's practice this narrative together, focusing on the past tense and future aspirations. Last summer, I traveled to Paris. It was my first time visiting France. I saw the Eiffel Tower. I visited museums. I tried delicious food. I walked around the city every day. I want to go again next year. Now it's your turn. Create your own story about a trip or an event you deeply enjoyed. Make sure to use past tense verbs like traveled, saw, visited, tried, and walked. Also, try incorporating future expressions such as "I want to go again" or "next year, I plan to visit." Let's consider another example, this time focusing entirely on future plans. Kevin and Julia are engaged in a discussion about their personal goals. Kevin excitedly declares, "I want to study abroad." Julia responds, "That's exciting. Where do you want to go?" Kevin replies, "I'm thinking about Canada. I want to improve my English and study business there." Julia shares her own aspirations. "I hope it works out for you. I want to get a job after I graduate." Kevin says, "That sounds like a good plan. What kind of job are you looking for?" Julia explains, "Something in design. I truly enjoy creating things." Practice repeating these sentences to internalize the future-focused vocabulary. Next year, I want to study abroad. I'm thinking about Canada. I want to improve my English. I hope it works out for you. I want to get a job. I enjoy creating things. Now, take this opportunity to talk about your own personal goals. Reflect on what you aspire to do next year, or even what you hope to achieve in the next 5 years. Use phrases like want to, hope to, plan to, or thinking about. These expressions are incredibly helpful when you're discussing your future. Weaving it all together, a comprehensive story. Let's bring all the concepts and vocabulary we've learned across all levels together in a final, rich story. Jenny is a student who lives in a charming small city. Every morning, her day commences at 6:30 a.m. She begins by brushing her teeth, then enjoys her breakfast, and subsequently takes the bus to her college campus. She typically arrives at 8 a.m. and diligently attends her classes, where she studies English, history, and art. After her classes conclude, she often heads to the library to study further or to meet up with her friends. On some afternoons, they choose to visit a popular coffee shop located near the campus. Jenny's usual order is a comforting hot latte and a delicious croissant. In the evenings, she finds joy in watching movies with her family, with comedy being her absolute favorite genre. She firmly believes that laughter is the most effective way to unwind and relax. On weekends, her activities vary. She might go shopping, meticulously clean her room, or visit her beloved grandparents. Last weekend, she embarked on a delightful trip to the countryside with her parents. They enjoyed a lovely picnic near the river and captured many beautiful photos. Jenny fondly recalls it as the most peaceful day of the entire year. Looking ahead, she genuinely hopes to travel more in the future and connect with new people from diverse cultures. Let's extract some key phrases from this story and say them together to enhance your recall. Jenny wakes up at 6:30 a.m. She eats breakfast. She takes the bus to college. She studies English, history, and art. She goes to the library. She orders a hot latte. Her favorite genre is comedy. She laughs to relax. She had a picnic near the river. She wants to travel more in the future. Now, for powerful personal practice. Take this entire story and replace Jenny with yourself. Change the specific details to accurately reflect your own life and experiences. This personalized approach is an incredibly effective way to create compelling personal stories and significantly boost your English fluency. The more you articulate details about your own life, the more effortless it becomes to speak English with confidence. Daily practice and advanced techniques for fluency. Consistently speaking English every day and actively listening to natural conversations are the absolute keys to dramatically improving your English. Make it a habit to speak aloud daily, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Describe your day, talk about your upcoming plans, or simply narrate a short story. For self-correction, use a mirror as your audience, or record your voice and play it back. The more diligently you practice, the greater your progress will be. If you don't have a speaking partner, consider these video scripts as your dedicated practice partner. Read along with me. Pause the video and repeat sentences. Engaging in listening, reading, and speaking simultaneously will train your brain to naturally process and think in English. One exceptionally important skill to hone at an advanced level is storytelling. Narrating a story in English provides comprehensive practice for various grammatical elements, including verb tenses, rich descriptive vocabulary, smooth sentence flow, and appropriate emotional tone. Allow me to share a simple yet captivating story, which we'll then dissect together for targeted practice. Sophie had always harbored a deep desire to learn how to bake. She vividly remembered watching her grandmother, with flour dusting her hands, skillfully making pies in the kitchen when Sophie was just a little girl. One particular Saturday morning, she finally decided to embark on her own baking adventure. She quickly looked up a reliable recipe for chocolate chip cookies, made a quick trip to the store to gather all the necessary ingredients, and returned home brimming with excitement. In her cozy small kitchen, she meticulously mixed the butter, sugar, eggs, and flour. Then, with great care, she folded in the chocolate chips and shaped the dough into uniform, small balls. Soon, the entire room began to fill with the warm, irresistibly sweet aroma of baking cookies. After carefully baking them for 15 minutes, Sophie took one out, tasted it, and a wide smile spread across her face. It wasn't absolutely perfect, but it was undeniably delicious. From that day forward, baking became her cherished new hobby, and she looked forward to it every weekend, finding it a wonderful way to relax after a demanding week of work. Now, let's repeat some crucial parts of this story to enhance your vocabulary and fluency. Sophie had always wanted to learn how to bake. She remembered watching her grandmother. She looked up a recipe. She bought ingredients. She mixed butter, sugar, eggs, and flour. The room smelled like cookies. She started baking every weekend. It helped her relax after a long week. Think about something you've always wanted to try. Perhaps it's cooking, painting, traveling, or acquiring a completely new skill. Now, try telling your own story in English. Remember to use past tense verbs like remembered, decided, bought, mixed, and started. Also, don't forget to include your feelings or the results, such as "it made me feel happy" or "I enjoyed it so much, I did it again." Practical storytelling, everyday situations and challenges. Let's now take a very common situation, going to a restaurant, and transform it into a practical story for practice. This exercise is fantastic for reinforcing useful vocabulary and solidifying common sentence patterns. Listen attentively. One evening, Michael and his cousin Sarah decided to try a new restaurant in their neighborhood. It turned out to be a charming, small Italian place, complete with soft, ambient music and warm candlelight, creating a lovely atmosphere. They carefully perused the menu and ultimately chose spaghetti with rich tomato sauce and perfectly grilled chicken. They also ordered refreshing lemonade to accompany their meal. While they waited for their food, they chatted amiably about their day and burst into laughter at a joke Sarah shared. When their food finally arrived, they were genuinely surprised by how beautifully it looked. Michael exclaimed, "This is the best spaghetti I've ever had." Sarah wholeheartedly agreed, and they both savored their meal slowly, enjoying every bite. At the end, they sincerely thanked the waiter and made sure to leave a generous tip. On their way home, Michael remarked, "We should definitely come here again." Now, let's review and repeat some key parts of that dialogue. They went to a restaurant. They looked at the menu. They ordered spaghetti and chicken. They drank lemonade. They talked and laughed. The food looked good. They left a tip. We should come here again. You can seamlessly integrate these sentences into your own narratives. Feel free to change the type of restaurant, the specific food ordered, or even the people you were with. The more you practice personalizing these dialogues, the faster your English will naturally improve. Let's attempt a story about an everyday challenge. This helps you acquire the language needed to describe problems and their solutions, using natural, common expressions. Emma had an important presentation at work scheduled for that day. She had meticulously prepared her slides and diligently practiced her speaking points. On the morning of the presentation, a wave of nervousness washed over her. To her dismay, she realized she had forgotten her USB drive at home. Thinking quickly, she immediately emailed the file to herself from her phone, and thankfully used a backup copy she had saved. During the presentation itself, her voice trembled slightly at first, but as she continued, she felt a surge of confidence. She made direct eye contact with her audience and articulated her ideas with remarkable clarity. After she finished, her manager smiled approvingly and said, "Great job." An overwhelming sense of pride and immense relief. She had faced her fear head-on and had truly succeeded. Now, repeat some phrases from this inspiring story. Emma had a presentation. She felt nervous. She forgot her USB drive. She used a backup copy. Her voice trembled. She explained her ideas clearly. Great job! She felt proud. This story offers valuable language for discussing pressure, stress, and ultimately success. In English, try to recount your own version of a challenging moment you faced. Use the past tense to describe the experience itself and the present tense to convey how it makes you feel now. For instance, I gave a speech at school. I was nervous, but I did well. Now, I feel more confident. Reinforcing vocabulary, shopping and daily life. Here's another routine activity transformed into a story. Going shopping. Lisa needed to purchase groceries for the upcoming week. She meticulously created a shopping list. Milk, eggs, bread, apples, and rice. She then headed to the supermarket, conveniently located near her house. Upon entering, she picked up a shopping cart and began strolling through the various aisles. Her first stop was the dairy section, where she collected milk and eggs. Next, she picked up fresh apples from the fruit section. As she reached the bread section, a sudden realization hit her. She had forgotten her wallet. Fortunately, she had her phone with her and was able to pay using a mobile app. She completed her shopping, paid at the counter, and returned home. Later that evening, she lovingly made an apple pie using the delicious fruits she had bought earlier. Let's practice some highly useful expressions from this story. Lisa made a shopping list. She picked up a cart. She walked through the aisles. She got milk and eggs. She forgot her wallet. She paid with her phone. She went home. She made an apple pie. These are realistic, everyday events that you can directly incorporate into your own speaking practice. Think about your last shopping trip. Where did you go? What specific items did you buy? Did anything amusing or unexpected occur? Narrating simple stories like these is an excellent way to expand your vocabulary and significantly strengthen your overall fluency. Enhancing pronunciation, shadowing, and connected speech. One exceptionally effective technique for improving your English is shadowing. This method involves listening to a sentence and then immediately repeating it, striving to perfectly match the original pronunciation, rhythm, and tone. It's truly one of the fastest ways to achieve a more natural English sound. For example, I'll say a line, and you should try to repeat it right after me. I went to the market yesterday. I bought some fresh fruit. I forgot my wallet at home. I was nervous before my meeting. I had a great time with my friends. Notice how these are short, clear sentences. Make sure to practice this technique every single day. At this stage, it's also paramount to focus on inherent pronunciation patterns in English. A common challenge for many learners is connected speech. In spoken English, words are often linked together, creating a smooth, flowing sound. For instance, instead of enunciating, "What are you doing?" clearly, native speakers frequently say, "What you doing?" Similarly, "Did you eat?" often becomes, "Did you eat?" This natural blending of words occurs quite frequently in rapid, casual speech. Let's try a few more examples of these contractions. I'm going to often becomes I'm gonna. Want to transforms into wanna. And got to is frequently pronounced as gotta. Now, repeat these examples after me. I'm gonna watch a movie. Do you wanna come? I gotta finish this first. These contractions are extremely common in authentic conversations. Practice saying them aloud to sound more fluent and to significantly improve your ability to understand native speakers. Let's integrate this into a brief dialogue. Lily says, "Hey, you want to grab some coffee?" Jake replies, "Sure, but I gotta finish this email first." Lily laughs, "No problem, I'm gonna wait outside." This precisely reflects how people communicate in real life. Practice it diligently and make an effort to use it when interacting with others. Mastering conditionals for expressive English. As you progress to higher levels, it's highly beneficial to begin thinking in English rather than constantly translating from your native language. One powerful way to cultivate this habit is by consciously describing what you see around you. For instance, if you're in your room, silently or softly aloud, say to yourself, "I see a window. The sun is shining through it. I hear birds outside. My phone is on the table." These seemingly simple thoughts effectively train your brain to remain in English mode. Try it right now. Look around you and describe the objects and actions in English. Use short, complete sentences. My cup is on the desk. I am wearing a blue shirt. The fan is running. It feels quiet here. This consistent daily habit will undoubtedly boost your fluency and considerably reduce any hesitation you might experience. Reading aloud is another invaluable technique. Select a short English story or a dialogue and read it aloud every day. This practice greatly assists with pronunciation, establishes a natural rhythm, and builds your confidence. You can even record yourself and compare your rendition to a native speaker's version. You'll be amazed at the improvement with just 10 minutes of daily practice. Now that we've comprehensively explored grammar, vocabulary, the various conditional types, and practical spoken English patterns, let's transition fully into dedicated storytelling and shadowing practice. These methods are truly exceptional for building both fluency and unwavering confidence. Through storytelling, you'll learn to articulate everyday situations using clear, straightforward English. Shadowing, as we discussed, directly helps you mimic and repeat sentences after hearing them, refining your pronunciation and natural rhythm. Deep dive into conditionals for advanced fluency. At this advanced stage, it's critically important to master conditionals. These grammatical structures are frequently used in both spoken and written English to express possibilities, hypothetical scenarios, and the outcomes of real-life events. Let's explore each type naturally, using engaging stories and clear examples to facilitate your understanding and practice. First, let's begin with the zero conditional. This is exclusively used for universal truths and scientific facts, situations that are always true. For example, if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. This type of sentence describes an invariable outcome. Let's imagine a simple conversation. Tom is patiently explaining something to his younger sister. He states, "If you touch a fire, it burns." His sister thoughtfully nods. He continues, "If you don't water plants, they die." These are all undeniable, everyday facts. The sentence now, let's move on to the first conditional. This is employed for real and highly possible situations that may occur in the future. For example, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. Here, we use the present tense in the if clause and will in the result clause. Let's practice with a short, relatable scene. Sarah is chatting with her friend, Emma. She says, "If I finish my homework early, I'll watch a movie tonight." Emma replies enthusiastically, "Great! If you like it, tell me the name. I might watch it too." These are excellent examples of first conditional usage. Challenge yourself to create your own. If I wake up early, I'll go for a walk. If I study hard, I'll pass the exam. Next, we progress to the second conditional. This is used for unreal, imaginary, or hypothetical situations in the present or future. Things that are unlikely or impossible to happen. For example, if I had $1 million, I would travel the world. This statement expresses a dream, not a current reality. The structure for the second conditional is the past tense in the if clause and would in the result clause. Let's craft a small story using this conditional. Mark and Alex are leisurely sitting in a cafe, daydreaming. Mark says, "If I won the lottery, I'd buy a big house near the sea." Alex laughs good-naturedly and adds, "If I were you, I'd buy a boat, too." These sentences perfectly convey wishes or dreams. Practice saying some second conditional sentences yourself. If I were a bird, I would fly everywhere. If I had more time, I would learn 2 more languages. Finally, we arrive at the third conditional. This is specifically used for past situations that did not happen, allowing us to express regret or to imagine alternative outcomes for events that are now unchangeable. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the test. This clearly refers to a missed opportunity in the past. Listen to this practice story. Lena is conversing with her teacher after class, reflecting on a project. She says, If I had started my project earlier, I would have finished it on time. The teacher wisely replies, Yes, and if you had asked me for help, I would have guided you. This type of conditional is vital when you want to reflect deeply on past actions and their potential different consequences. Try some examples. If I had gone to the party, I would have seen my friends. If I hadn't eaten so much, I wouldn't have felt sick. Now let's engage in a comprehensive mix-up practice, incorporating all 4 types of conditionals. Repeat after me. If you don't drink water, you get thirsty. If I finish work early, I'll meet my friend. If I had a car, I would drive to the mountains. If I had set an alarm, I wouldn't have missed my flight. Practicing all 4 types of conditionals will significantly enhance your ability to sound more advanced and confident in your spoken English, mastering everyday phrases and expressions. Another incredibly powerful method to boost your fluency is to actively learn and integrate useful phrases and expressions that are commonly used in daily English conversations. These expressions will make you sound much more natural and spontaneous. For example, instead of consistently saying, "I'm fine," you can vary your response with phrases like, "I'm doing well," or "not too bad." Let's practice more such versatile phrases. Imagine you're meeting someone and you casually ask, "How's it going?" They might reply, "Can't complain." This is a common, informal way of saying things are perfectly okay. In another scenario, your friend might exclaim, "I'm starving." This simply means they are extremely hungry. Instead of always stating, "I'm tired," try using more idiomatic expressions like, "I'm worn out," or "I'm drained." Similarly, instead of "I don't know," you could say, "Beats me," or "I have no clue." These seemingly small linguistic adjustments will make your English sound significantly more fluent and native-like. Let's put these into a mini conversation to see them in action. John and Maya are walking home after a day at work. John says, "Hey, how's it going?" Maya replies, "Not too bad, just a bit worn out." John laughs, recognizing the feeling. "Same here. I'm starving. Wanna grab a bite?" Maya smiles, her hunger evident. "Sure, I could eat a horse." This short exchange is packed with natural, everyday expressions. Make an effort to practice them aloud and try to incorporate them into your own conversations. Cultivating fluency. Thinking in English and journaling. As you progress to higher levels of English proficiency, a crucial step is to begin thinking in English rather than constantly translating from your native language. One highly effective technique for this is to describe, either silently or softly aloud, what you see around you. For instance, if you're in your room, mentally articulate, "I see a window. The sun is shining through it. I hear birds outside. My phone is on the table." These simple, descriptive thoughts actively train your brain to remain in an English processing mode. Try it right now. Look around your current environment and describe various items or actions in English. Use concise, complete sentences. My cup is on the desk. I am wearing a blue shirt. The fan is running. It feels quiet here. This consistent daily habit will undoubtedly enhance your fluency and noticeably reduce any hesitation when you speak. Reading aloud is yet another invaluable technique. Choose a short English story, an article, or a dialogue, and commit to reading it aloud every single day. This practice significantly helps with your pronunciation, improves your natural rhythm, and boosts your overall speaking confidence. For even greater benefit, record yourself reading, and then compare your pronunciation and intonation to that of a native speaker. You'll observe remarkable improvement with just 10 minutes of daily practice. Now that we've comprehensively explored grammar, expanded our vocabulary, delved into the intricacies of conditionals, and practiced essential spoken English patterns, let's wholeheartedly embrace storytelling and shadowing practice. These methods are truly exceptional for building both fluency and unwavering confidence. Through storytelling, you'll learn to articulate everyday situations using clear, straightforward English. Shadowing, as we discussed, directly helps you mimic and repeat sentences after hearing them, refining your pronunciation and natural rhythm. Final thoughts on your English learning journey. And with that, we've reached the culmination of our in-depth English learning journey. I sincerely hope that all the practice exercises, engaging stories, and clear examples we've explored together have profoundly deepened your understanding and appreciation of the English language. Always remember this fundamental truth: the true key to achieving fluency lies in consistent practice and dedicated effort. Please, never be afraid to make mistakes. They are not setbacks, but rather invaluable stepping stones, a natural and essential part of the learning process. If you found this lesson beneficial and empowering, I encourage you to consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, Easy English Podcast. We're committed to providing more supportive videos designed to continually aid your English learning progress. Keep practicing diligently, keep striving to grow, and always remember that with a healthy dose of patience and unwavering effort, confident and natural English speaking is absolutely within your grasp. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I eagerly look forward to seeing you in the next video.